Hey! What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good day. I believe today's what, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I got a woman in my kitchen. Ooh. I wonder who it is. It's Debbie. She made it home. Now she's cooking. What's she cooking over there?
Now which, but my own way. I don't make it like they do on the can.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now respect it. It's been a pretty cool day today. Been taking care of Debbie all day because she was hurting. Because y'all know, if you don't know, she's got a bone disease, and sometimes she has good days, sometimes she has bad days, but she did decide to bless us with some dinner tonight. So I was last night, I don't know, it was around like 1 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, I almost knocked the plate over. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I gotta fix this camera. Damn thing. Okay. So it was about like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was surfing on Facebook. And a lot of people say, well, you got a ban on Facebook. Yeah, but I can still look, okay? It's kind of like strippers, you know, you can look but you can't touch. That's how Facebook's treating me right now. And I was going through my my memories, you know, and I don't know if a lot of people who are subscribed to me, the majority of y'all know last year around this time, I wasn't home. I was fighting for my life, for my family. I survived an attack from CPS and nosy people who didn't have no clue what the hell they were talking about. And so that battle's over. But so happens that hold on, guys. Okay. So happens, how to turn the autofocus on. Is that okay now? Is that good? No? Let's try it again. Alright, so just so happens I put something on, I put a live video on Facebook I totally forgot about. It was like the day I got kicked out again and had to see a judge about leaving my house. And I don't know if I'm going to play the whole video. I was kind of skeptical about doing it, but I was like, you know, y'all are already invested in it anyway. You know, they got love for us, we got love for you. So I figured it'd be kind of cool, you know, to go back and look at the last year, you know. And I kind of like re-inspired myself last night watching that video, you know, because it showed us, or mainly me, it showed me in a hard spot, you know, and just the things I was saying and trying to get through to everybody, you know. It kind of lit that fire up underneath me again, you know, because I've been depressed for a while, and it's kind of weird to go back and listen to yourself or read something that you wrote a long time ago, you know, and sometimes it helps, and it definitely helped me with some of my depression issues, and I'm coming out of it slowly but surely. But y'all check it out. Y'all check this out. I've been dealing with CPS for a good little while now, because Thomas came home and had a bunch of stuff go on with him, and I'm not getting into all the stuff because it's pretty bad, and for those who know that it's pretty fucked up situation here. And if they hate masturbation around here, they forgot to tell me something else, boy. So me and Debbie had to go to court for Thomas because CPS put together a safety plan for me to stay out of my house because they think I abuse him. So, which we all know who know me, I won't abuse no children at all. I love you too, Nathan. I won't abuse no children at all. I'll take up for any children I can take up for, even my own, you know. And you know, damn technology. So anyway, long story short, I broke a safety plan for CPS and I went back to my house after I told I wasn't supposed to go back to my house, and even told, you know, don't go back to the house. But I have a heart, and I'm not just going to let my family suffer and be lonely and stuff like that for too long. So my place fell through. I went back home. Long story short, again, my son had to go to jail because he had a PTSD flashback and hit his mama. It wasn't bad, but it was bad enough to where he needed to learn a lesson, you know, and in between me looking for another place, I ended up having to deal with the police that night along with my wife, you know, and it wasn't very fun. I mean, the cops were cool about it, you know. Cops were real cool about it, you know, and I can honestly say that for the circumstance of what did happen that night, I'm thank God that we had two understanding officers for once that actually, you know, were there to help out. And so my son went to jail, and I was at my house for a good little while because whenever he went to jail, I figured, well, I kind of slacked off looking for a place to stay, I ain't gonna lie, you know, and I was just helping Debbie out with a lot of things because, you know, she's got problems, and now she's down to one hand, she's got a cast on the other hand, and so a couple weeks went by, and I went and visited, me and Debbie went and visited Thomas in jail the day before his court date, and that Friday came around, so we went to court, and lo and behold, you know, he got out of court, you know, and that was pretty cool, you know. I was like, damn. So I had a little extra money saved up, so I went out and I bought, like, I'm telling you, I bought a whole bunch of, like, Wendy's and shit, you know, because the dude's been in there for 2 weeks, man. He needs to eat some good old fast food, you know, and drink up some soda and celebrate a little bit, you know. And so I left with my neighbor. I went and got some food and stuff, and, you know, come back home, the two CPS ladies sitting in my driveway, and I already knew what it was about, you know, because they were mad at me for breaking the safety plan, and so I decided that instead of arguing with them and fighting and cussing and stuff and throwing a whole bunch of shit in the air, I did a little bit. I flicked him a little shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, but I just calmed the situation down. I said, look, man, I know why you're here. You're here for me because, you know, I broke a safety plan, and here I am, you know. And I'm just trying to help out my family. So I calmed the situation down. I talked to these people. I told them I was looking for a place to stay. And I left, basically. You know, I left. I was like, you know, you couldn't give me the fucking weekend. You know what I mean? You couldn't give me the weekend with my son just got out of jail after 2 weeks. You can't even, like, you know, give me the weekend, dude. Like, why is that? It's not like I'm going to, like, kill him or anything. All I do is protect my family. You know, I do whatever I can for them, including leave. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people might think that, you know, leaving whenever CPS shows up and they want to make a safety plan and they got to tell me, oh, well, you can either leave the house voluntarily or we're going to put your son in a foster home. And if any man out there, let me tell you right now, if any man puts their child in a foster home because they're too much of a bitch to leave, okay, that's what it makes you, as a bitch, okay? Because if you love your family and you love your son or your daughter or, you know, you love your kids, you'll do whatever you can to not let that happen to them. You know what I'm saying? You'll do whatever you can. So it's heartbreaking to have to be away from my home, my family, and I hate it. I fucking hate every minute of it. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I cry at night because I want to be home. You know. And I miss my son. I miss my wife. And so of course I went home. But the reason why I went home is because the judge didn't tell me nothing. Right? You're right, Nicole. You lived it, dude. You lived it with us. You know. I'll do whatever it takes. But like I said, one of the reasons why I went home and broke the safety plan is because a judge didn't tell me nothing. There was no warrant. You know, there was no warrant. There was nothing. No warrant. No judge telling me anything. No what you call it? No warrant. No, I didn't sign nothing. I was just like, there's like, your son's going to a foster home, or you find another place to stay. I was like, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'll be back. So when they came over there and started ruckus with me the other day, I told them, I said, I'll leave. But I want a judge to tell me some stuff. I want to hear what she has to say or he has to say. You know what I mean? Now it's Friday. They hooked me up with a judge today. I can't really get into a lot of stuff that was said at court. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just can't. But I can tell you this. CPS tried their fucking hardest to put our son in a foster home today. They did, today. They want to put Thomas in like some kind of weird homeless shelter for kids. Okay? And, like I said, that's not happening. You know? The judge said she was a little upset with me for breaking the safety plan, and I told her the same thing I told y'all. You know, I missed my family. I wanted to help out. You know, I mean, they told me not to do it, and I did it anyway. You know, knowing I shouldn't have done it, but I did because I love my family and I care about them, and I don't want to see them struggle. You know, this is the kind of man I am, and I was ready to take the full consequence for it. You know, and I told the judge I was sorry, and I put my pride aside, and I kept my mouth shut after that. You know, and the judge asked Debbie if she can take care of him, because I don't know if any of you guys know this, but Debbie's got the equivalent of bone cancer, this bone disease. It's just like cancer. It does the same thing cancer does, bone cancer and stuff. And it's hard to deal with that whenever it's hard for me. It's hard for her to deal with it first off the bat. It's fucking hard, dude. I've watched her do some shit that I would have done gave up a long time ago. You know, fucking. And but knowing she's like that, dude, I'm just like, I have to do something. That's how I was feeling. Like, I have to do something. I have to do something. I couldn't sleep at night. You know, it's like, so I did it. And I got consequences for it today, which is every time, like, they were asking Debbie, like I said, they asked Debbie, can you take care of your son? And she says, yeah. CPS stood up and said, oh, she's an inadequate parent because she's disabled and has a bone disease. And the husband broke the safety plan and he's disabled. They don't have no car and this and that and all these excuses. And the judge said, pretty much in a nutshell, just because you're disabled, don't have a car, don't mean you can't take care of a kid. That's true. You know what I mean? Especially where I live with all the buses and little help they got around here for shit like that. It's true. I mean, we still get them places and do things for them, and it's all right. You know? And so we went back and forth and had a little back and forth battle on who, you're a bad parent, and we say we're going to take care of the kid. And our friend Julie said she would help Debbie. Well, she does. She helps her here and there, and we really appreciate that, Julie. If you're watching this, we appreciate you. We really do. You and Tommy did a lot of stuff for us that we can't even think to repay you, just like reciprocation. You know what I mean? And we really do appreciate that. Now I appreciate all y'all who done gave us support, especially through these hard times, and the ones that I told and the who knows. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you guys a lot. More than you'll ever know. So, as far as the court case goes, the CPS people tried to say they wanted to put Thomas in a foster home. The judge said that as long as I promise to keep my end of the deal and do what I'm supposed to do for a safety plan and jump through hoops, he won't go to a foster home. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be homeless if I have to. I'm going to fucking house hop if I have to. I'm going to hop through so many fucking hoops I'm going to look like a damn circus rabbit. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be back home. I'm going to take care of my family, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I love you too, Tim. I'm going to do what I have to do. That's what a man does, As soon as adversity comes to me and challenges come to me, I don't freak out, I adapt, And I refuse to give up on all this shit, I've got more court dates and stuff too, so it's not over yet. And I don't know how long I'm going to be homeless, you know. But I do thank you for the support, Andy. I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to do my best, man. That's all I'm going to do. You know, because, you know, at the end of the day, a man needs to take care of stuff. And even though I'm not at home, I'm still going to take care of what's mine. You know. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for the prayers, man. It's much, much, much appreciated. And just because I'm out on my own right now doesn't mean that I'm just, you know, I'm still going to pay bills. I'm still going to do all this stuff. Like, I'm still there, you know. That doesn't change. I know, Tim. You know, I'm sorry that I'm not reaching out to a bunch of y'all. It's just, this got so much on my plate in my mind right now, dude. I just, like, my head's twisted, kind of. You know, it's like I feel lost half the time. Y'all heard that, bye? No, for real, though. I feel lost half the time, you know, and I don't really know how to say how I feel, and I don't really know how to convey any feelings right now. And that's why I got a psychiatrist, I ain't gonna lie. I done picked up a psychiatrist because, not because of what's going on. I had one way before that, but it's just to help me get to know myself, you know. And it's not a weak thing. It's not weak to have a psychiatrist and help somebody hash out your feelings with you if you don't have too many friends, you know. It's no good to try to do, you know, a lot of people think they can do a lot of stuff by themselves, but they can't, you know. Oh, I know Deb called you. Sorry about that. What's up, sis? How are you? Hope you, I don't know how much of the lag they have in this thing, but I hope that you know, you got to hear some of it. Sluggy, it is a bunch of bullshit, bro. Especially when I'm getting accused of, you know. I'm getting accused of a whole lot of gross, nasty shit, and it's not right. You know what I mean? So, well, as the days roll on, I'll try to do this here and there, but I can't make any promises. But I'm going to do some. I started playing music again, you know, so that's kind of a silver lining in the cloud, you know. And it doesn't make, like I said, it doesn't make it better that I'm in a band, that I rejoined my band. It doesn't make it too much better, but it is an outlet, you know what I mean? So, but just know that if CPS ever comes knocking out your door, don't be afraid. Their job is to make people afraid, you know. And they don't scare me. They don't intimidate me. I do things because I think about my family, not the shit they say, you know. And what's up, Aaron? How are you, man? But it's like, I don't care. I mean, I care about getting things straight for my family, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let nobody like come in and intimidate me. You know, that's CPS isn't the mafia by a long shot, you know. And it takes a lot to scare me, a lot, okay. And I'm not gonna get scared, and I'm not gonna like run around in circles because I don't know what to do. Because, you know, I know it's kind of corny to say this, but if you really think about what Bruce Lee said about water, I've been using this philosophy since I heard it when I was a kid, you know. When stressful situations come to me, yes, I do freak out sometimes. And yes, I do get mad sometimes and take it out on the wrong people. But in the long run, you know, you have to learn to be, you know, to be water. And it makes a lot of stuff, it makes a lot of sense to me, you know, now as I'm getting older, you know. You have to be water because water does flow, it does crash, and it does become whatever you pour it into. So if you add that to your life, hey babe. No, I know we're all sitting here with nothing to do, babe. It sucks, you know. But to be water and add water to your life, you know, it's like today. They tried to scare me to death, talking all this noise, both before and after the court, you know. And then they were like, to me, I looked at them in the courtroom and outside the courtroom in my normal everyday life as obstacles or rocks. And so, even though water is around, water will go through that. It'll flow around it. It'll shape it. It'll, you know, it'll form it to what it wants, to where it'll flow around it, and then eventually it'll break off, and it'll just float away. You know what I mean? And knowledge is power. Intelligence is your weapon. You know you right, Aaron. All right, babe. Well, I'll call you here later. But yeah, but that's it. Appreciate you guys stopping in, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Man, that was some heartfelt stuff, dude. I was in that moment in time, I thought, I really didn't know what to think, to be honest with you. I was so wore out mentally, dude. I just thought, like, that was it. Like, this is my life, living at my friend's house, you know. I'm going to have to freaking find my own place so that way I can have a place for Thomas to come visit me. But, you know, we all stuck it out as a family unit, you know, and we all fought together as a family, you know, and it's like, we overcame the odds, you know. So never, if you're going through something, just know that it'll pass, and just keep fighting. Don't give up, you know, because the moment that you're going to give up, usually is the moment that everything just rolls you over, you know what I mean? That's why I started taking Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. One of his references is roll with it or get rolled over, you know. And I didn't really understand, I mean, I understood what it meant, but I didn't really apply it until last year, you know what I mean? And I'm a pretty tough dude, pretty hardcore sometimes, but no, I'm just joking. I'm hard to scare, you know. I'm not an easy shakeable guy. That shit rocked me last year dealing with all that, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that we're here. My son's still in this program. He's taking care of what he got to take care of in the last leg of this. I'm glad that I'm home. I'm glad to have my wife. I'm glad to have my family. I'm glad to have y'all. So thank you for hanging out and watching the video. I hope I inspired you in some way or another. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all stay brutal.